Most Americans work hard every day, but far too many struggle to make their money work for them. They save a little, spend a little, and hope for the best, never realizing that mastering smart money habits is what separates financial stress from financial freedom. Today, I'm going to show you 10 powerful money habits every American should master to grow wealth, avoid debt traps, and finally take control of their financial future. Stick with me because these strategies are simple, actionable, and life-changing. Treat money as a tool, not the goal. Most people grow up thinking that the ultimate goal in life is to become rich. They imagine a big house, luxury cars, exotic vacations, and a bank account full of zeros. Movies, social media, and even casual conversations reinforce this idea. We're taught that money equals happiness, and if we just get enough of it, all our problems will disappear. But here's the truth. Money is not the final destination. Money is a tool. Just like a hammer doesn't build a house by itself, money doesn't create a happy or meaningful life on its own. The real power of money comes from how you use it, not how much you have. Think about it. Nobody admires a hammer sitting in their toolbox. Its value comes from what it helps you build. The same is true for money. Its purpose is to support your goals, improve your life, and help the people you love, not to sit in a bank account waiting to make you happy. If your life's only goal is to chase money, you'll spend years running after it, sacrificing health, time, and relationships. And even when you finally reach that big paycheck, the happiness you expected might still be missing. True happiness comes from meaning, not money itself. When I think about money as a tool, I ask myself, what do I want to build with this money? Do I want to create freedom, security, or opportunities for my family? Do I want to start a business, invest in education, or improve my community? These are the things that give money a real purpose. Treating money as a tool changes everything. You stop chasing wealth blindly, stop comparing yourself to others, and start making intentional financial choices. You save with a purpose, spend with intention, and invest with a plan. Your money stops being the goal. It becomes the vehicle to achieve the life you truly want. Remember this, money is not your destination. You are the driver. Decide where you want to go and use money to get there. That mindset is the foundation for building lasting wealth. Learn before you earn. In today's world, everyone wants to get rich fast. We see people driving expensive cars or living in luxury homes and think, I want that too, right now. But here's a harsh truth. Earning money is easy. Keeping it, growing it, and using it wisely, that's the hard part. I've seen it happen countless times. People win the lottery, inherit large sums, or sign big contracts, and just a few years later, they're broke. Why? It's not bad luck. It's because they didn't know what to do with money. They didn't understand the basic rules of finance, investing, and wealth management. That's why education must come before income. Think of your financial life like building a skyscraper. You need deep, solid roots before you can build anything tall. Your financial knowledge is those roots. Without them, even a small financial storm, a medical emergency, a job loss, or unexpected expenses can knock everything down. So what should you learn? Start with the fundamentals. Learn how to save, budget, invest, and understand taxes. Learn how to avoid debt traps and manage money in a way that grows wealth instead of draining it. These are the tools that protect your future far more than a high salary ever will. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Read a book on personal finance every few months. Watch educational videos. Follow trustworthy financial mentors and ask questions. Learn about investing in stocks, real estate, and other assets. Learn how to create a monthly budget and track your spending. The key is slow, steady progress. While others chase instant riches, you're building a foundation that lasts. When the money eventually comes, you'll know exactly how to handle it. You'll know how to grow it, protect it, and use it strategically. Knowledge is the real currency. Unlike money, it never loses value. The more you understand about finances, the more confident and powerful you become. You stop being afraid of financial problems, make smarter decisions, and build real wealth that lasts. So don't rush to earn, rush to learn. Because when you learn before you earn, your financial success is secure, sustainable, and under your control. Save like a poor man, invest like a rich man. We all hear the advice, save your money. But saving alone isn't enough. Most people save just enough to feel secure, or worse, they spend everything they earned without thinking about the future. The real difference between the wealthy and everyone else isn't just how much they earn, it's what they do with what they earn. I like to think about it like this. If you earn $100, a poor person might spend all $100, paying bills, buying necessities, and maybe indulging in a little fun. At the end of the week, nothing is left. A middle-class approach is slightly better. They save what's left after spending. But the rich-minded person flips that approach entirely. They save first, then invest a portion of that saving. That's where real wealth begins. Saving is like planting seeds. If you keep the seeds in your pocket, they don't grow. But if you plant them, water them, and care for them, they become trees that bear fruit for years. Investing is the watering, the nurturing of those seeds. Without it, your savings just sit there, losing value over time thanks to inflation. Here's the best part. You don't need to start big. Even saving 10% of every paycheck consistently is enough to form a habit. Over months and years, those small savings accumulate into a significant sum. Once you've built a habit of saving, start investing. Stocks, mutual funds, small businesses, or even your own skills. These are your tools for multiplying wealth. Many people wait for the perfect time to invest. They think, I'll start when I have more money, but that time never comes. Expenses grow, emergencies pop up, and the habit never forms. The earlier you start, the more your money works for you. Time is one of the most powerful tools for building wealth. It compounds faster than anything else. It's also crucial to understand banks. Banks keep your money safe, but they offer very low returns. Safety is good, but growth is better. To thrive financially, you need to move beyond simply saving in a bank. You need to invest in things that grow. In the end, the mindset matters. Save like someone who's determined to survive. Invest like someone who plans to thrive. Saving gives security. Investing gives freedom. When you combine both, you create a financial life that doesn't rely on luck or miracles. It relies on discipline, planning, and consistent action. Understand the difference between assets and liabilities. If there's one principle that separates the wealthy from everyone else, it's the ability to clearly distinguish between assets and liabilities. It sounds simple, but most people never truly grasp it, and that misunderstanding keeps them stuck financially. Here's the difference. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Simple, right? Yet most people confuse the two, spending money on liabilities while thinking they're building wealth. Let me give you an example. A car is often seen as an asset, but in reality, unless it generates income, like being used in a delivery business, it's a liability. Gas, insurance, maintenance, and depreciation all drain your finances. Designer clothes, the latest phone, a bigger home than you need, these are liabilities too. They may feel good, they may impress others, but they cost you money over time. Assets, on the other hand, grow your wealth. Real estate that earns rent, stocks that pay dividends, a business that produces profit, or even a skill that increases your earning potential. These are true assets. They either generate cash flow now or have the potential to appreciate in value over time. I see so many people trapped in this cycle, working hard, earning, and spending on flashy items, thinking they're moving forward. But the truth is, these purchases don't make you richer, they just keep you busy running in place. The wealthy think differently. They focus on buying assets, not liabilities. They understand that the goal is not to work for money forever, but to have money work for them. So the next time you're about to make a purchase, ask yourself this: will this put money into my pocket or take money out of it? Be honest. If it's a liability, consider whether it's really necessary or if that money could be better invested in something that grows your future. The shift in thinking is simple but powerful. Buy more assets, minimize liabilities, and let your money work harder than you do. Over time, this mindset builds true financial independence. Work to learn, not just to earn. Most people work just to get by. They clock in, do their jobs, get their paycheck, and repeat, focused only on the money. I used to do that too, until I realized that the paycheck alone doesn't build lasting wealth. What builds wealth are the skills, experiences, and knowledge you gain while working. This is why I always tell myself, don't just work to earn, work to learn. Every job, no matter how small or low paying, has something to teach you. If you approach it with the right mindset, you can learn skills that multiply your income for the rest of your life. Let's break it down. Maybe you work at a small retail store. It might not pay much, but you learn how to deal with people, solve problems quickly, manage your time, and handle unexpected challenges. These are transferable skills that no amount of money can buy, and they prepare you for bigger opportunities. Even jobs that seem boring or repetitive have hidden lessons. Negotiation skills, sales skills, leadership, project management. These are all things you can pick up if you pay attention. Skills are like seeds planted in your mind. They grow over time, and unlike a salary, they don't disappear after a paycheck. On the other hand, if you chase only the highest paying job, you might earn more money now, but you could miss the growth that leads to long-term wealth. Sometimes the job that teaches you the most pays less in the short term, but accelerates your earning potential exponentially in the future. Here's the truth. Money is temporary, but skills are permanent. You can lose a job, a business, or savings, but you can never lose the skills and knowledge you've built. That's why rich-minded people invest in themselves continuously. They learn, they grow, and they use those skills to create value, solve problems, and ultimately earn more than they ever could by just trading time for money. So the next time you consider a job or a career move, ask yourself this: will this help me grow? Will this help me learn valuable skills? Focus on growth first, money second. The skills you acquire now will pay off for decades to come, and that's how real wealth is built.
Avoid lifestyle inflation. Imagine this. You've worked hard, finally got a promotion, or landed a better paying job. Suddenly, your income doubles. Feels amazing, right? But then something subtle happens. You start upgrading everything. A bigger apartment, a fancier car, pricier clothes, more dinners out. Slowly, your lifestyle inflates to match your income. This is what I call lifestyle inflation, and it's a silent wealth killer. The moment your expenses rise as fast as or faster than your income, your financial growth stops. You may be earning more, but you're not getting ahead. I've seen it so many times. People celebrate their raises by spending it all immediately, and before they know it, they're living paycheck to paycheck, just like before, but now with more pressure and bigger bills. The danger is that this cycle often goes unnoticed. It becomes a habit, a mindset. I deserve this because I earned it. Smart people think differently. When their income increases, they don't rush to upgrade their lifestyle. Instead, they focus on saving, investing, and building assets. They understand that wealth isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and grow. Living below your means is the key. It's not about living in poverty. It's about making conscious choices. Every dollar you save or invest now compounds over time, building a gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is power. That gap is freedom. Here's the truth. If you always spend what you earn, you'll always be one step away from financial stress, no matter your income. But if you live below your means, you create space to grow wealth, prepare for emergencies, and plan for the future. When you resist lifestyle inflation, you also gain peace of mind. You're not trapped in the endless cycle of keeping up with others or stressing over bills. You can make bolder choices, start a business, invest in opportunities, or take risks because your finances aren't tied to constant spending. So the next time your paycheck grows, pause. Celebrate, yes, but also strategize. Ask yourself, how can I use this extra money to grow, not just spend? Avoid the trap of lifestyle inflation. Live smart, live intentional, and let your money work for you, not the other way around. Money flows to value. One of the most important truths about money is this: you don't get paid for the time you spend, You get paid for the value you create. Many people believe that working longer hours automatically means earning more. They think if I work 10 hours instead of 8, I'll make more money. But that's not necessarily true. Here's the difference. Working hard means trading your time directly for money. Working smart means creating value that multiplies your efforts. Let me give you an example. Suppose you clean houses and get paid $100 per house. Your income depends entirely on how many houses you clean yourself. That's trading time for money. Now imagine you invent a machine that can clean 1,000 houses per day. You don't clean the houses yourself anymore, the machine does it. Suddenly, your income skyrockets. Not because you worked more hours, but because you created more value. That's the principle at work. This applies to any job or business. The more problems you solve for people, the more money flows to you. Helping 10 people solves a small problem, but helping 10,000 people with the same solution multiplies your earnings exponentially. So, how do you become more valuable? Ask yourself 2 questions. What skills can I develop, and what problems can I solve for others? Your skills are the tools you use to create value. The more useful and rare they are, the more money will follow. Learning how to code, sell, lead, or speak new languages increases your ability to solve problems in ways that others can't. Problems are equally important. The bigger or more urgent the problem, the higher the value of the solution. If you help a company save thousands of dollars or create a product that simplifies life for busy parents, you're delivering high value, and that's what people are willing to pay for. You don't need to start a business to apply this principle. Even in a regular job, focus on becoming indispensable. Improve your skills, solve your company's problems, and your income and opportunities will naturally grow. Employers pay more for people who contribute more. The key takeaway here is simple. Money is attracted to value like a magnet. The more value you create, the more money flows to you effortlessly. Focus on becoming valuable, not just busy. Invest in your skills, solve meaningful problems, and watch how your financial growth accelerates. Your circle affects your wallet. Have you ever heard the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with"? This is especially true when it comes to money. The people around you, friends, family, colleagues, have a huge influence on your financial habits, mindset, and ultimately your wealth. Think about it. If most of your closest friends spend money carelessly, avoid saving, and rarely plan for the future, chances are you'll pick up those same habits. It's not intentional. Habits and thinking patterns are contagious. Conversations about buying the latest gadgets, living paycheck to paycheck, or complaining about money start to feel normal, even if they don't serve your financial growth. Now imagine the opposite. Surround yourself with people who are financially educated, who invest, plan ahead, and focus on growth. Over time, their habits, advice, and mindset begin to influence you. You start seeing opportunities, thinking strategically, and making smarter financial decisions. Their energy lifts you up instead of pulling you down. Money flows like energy between people. When you spend time with those who waste it, you're likely to feel drained or stuck. When you're around people who build wealth, you absorb their mindset, strategies, and discipline. That's why your circle can make or break your financial future. You might think, but my friends aren't wealthy. How can I learn from them? You don't have to only be around millionaires to grow financially. Seek out mentors, read biographies of successful people, join online communities focused on financial growth, or follow thought leaders who share proven money strategies. Exposure to positive financial influences is what matters most. The goal is to challenge yourself, to push your standards higher, and to adopt habits that build long-term wealth. Don't let those around you normalize poor financial choices. Choose relationships that encourage growth, smart decisions, and a mindset that's geared toward success. Remember this, your financial success is closely tied to the company you keep. Surround yourself with growth-minded people, absorb their lessons, and emulate their discipline. Over time, your habits, mindset, and wealth will reflect the quality of your circle. Don't depend on one source of income. Most people build their financial lives around a single income source, usually their job. They work hard, earn a paycheck, and assume that this steady income will keep them safe and secure. It seems reliable, right? But life is unpredictable. Companies downsize, industries shift, health emergencies happen, or the economy slows.
When that one job disappears, many people suddenly find themselves without money and without a backup plan. Relying on a single income is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. One misstep, and you could fall. The truly financially smart people think differently. They understand the importance of creating multiple streams of income. Instead of putting all their financial eggs in one basket, they diversify. Multiple income streams don't have to be huge individually. They could include your main job, a side business, rental income, dividends from investments, royalties from creative work, or online ventures. Each stream adds up to create a strong, steady flow of money. Why is this important? Because when you have several income sources, losing one doesn't mean losing everything. You have options. You have stability. You gain freedom and peace of mind. You're no longer a slave to a single paycheck or one employer. The key is to start small. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow or start dozens of businesses at once. Begin with one side hustle, maybe selling a skill online, freelancing, or renting out something you own. Over time, add more streams. Each one builds momentum, creating a financial safety net that grows stronger over the years. Some of the wealthiest people in the world earn from dozens of income sources. But even ordinary people can dramatically improve their financial security by applying this principle. Don't just focus on making more money in one place. Focus on creating multiple ways for money to flow to you. The lesson is simple. True wealth isn't just about how much you earn. It's about how many ways money comes to you. Build multiple income streams, reduce your financial risk, and create freedom for yourself and your future. Learn the power of delayed gratification. One of the most powerful lessons in managing money is learning delayed gratification. This means resisting the urge to spend on small pleasures right away and instead choosing to wait for a bigger, more valuable reward in the future. It's not easy. We live in a world built on instant satisfaction. Everything from online shopping to streaming services encourage us to want things now. But here's the truth. Those who master delayed gratification unlock one of the strongest secrets to lasting wealth. Imagine this scenario. You have $1,000 in your hand. The temptation might be to spend it on a new gadget, a night out, or a wardrobe upgrade. Instant happiness, right? But if you invest that same $1,000 instead, it grows. Over time, with interest, dividends, or business profits, it could become $2,000, $5,000, or much more. This choice to delay small pleasures for a larger future reward is what separates those who struggle financially from those who build real wealth. Most people want instant rewards, buy things they don't need, and live paycheck to paycheck. Short-term thinking creates stress, debt, and financial insecurity. Training your mind to wait isn't just about money. It's about developing discipline. Each time you say no to impulse spending and yes to saving or investing, you strengthen your financial mindset. It becomes easier over time. What starts as uncomfortable will eventually feel natural. Delayed gratification also helps you gain emotional control. When you learn to plan and prioritize, you're no longer a slave to marketing, peer pressure, or short-term impulses. You're in control. Every dollar you save or invest becomes a step toward long-term security and freedom. Think about the compounding effect. Small amounts invested consistently grow exponentially. Millions of successful people started small, delayed immediate rewards, and ended up with massive wealth decades later. The lesson is clear. Patience pays off. Delayed gratification isn't about denying happiness. It's about choosing smarter, longer-lasting happiness. Short-term pleasure may feel good, but it rarely builds security. Smart choices today create freedom tomorrow. So, next time you feel the urge to spend impulsively, pause and ask yourself, will this choice bring me closer to my goals or push me further away? Train your mind to wait, to invest, and to focus on long-term benefits. Wealth is a marathon, not a sprint, and delayed gratification is the fuel that keeps you moving forward. Thanks for sticking with me. If you found these money habits helpful, hit that like button and drop a comment sharing which habit you're going to master first. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's grow smarter with money together and make every dollar work for your dreams.